Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel The Trading Game, the channel where you get all the stock market related information, news and financial education. Today we are talking about Yes Bank. So we'll be doing the analysis of this particular stock in detail. And before that, as usual, let's look into today's market update. So what happened in the market today, especially with the Nifty and Bank Nifty, and we'll be looking into the top gainers and top losers for the day. Okay, so before starting with a Nifty update for the new people here, I'm requesting please do subscribe the channel. So if you haven't done it, and please do hit a like button so that it will give some motivation for making further good videos. Okay, so with that, let's start the session. So let's talk about Nifty update here. As you can see here, Nifty closed yesterday at 10,305 and it opened at 10,235, which means it was a kind of big gap down, which was around 70 points. And from there, it made a low of 10,194. So from there, by the day mid, so it was somewhere around 12, 1 o'clock, it made a high of 10,361. So that means from the low, it recovered almost kind of 170 odd points. So which is like more than 1.5, 1.6 percentage. Okay, and after that, at the day, at the closing time, it closed flat, very flat, which is just 16 points on the downside at 0.16 percentage lower. So as it was expiry day, it was expected that the big movement will happen on both the sides, and yes, it happened exactly the same way. Opening itself went on a like a lower side, but from there he took a U-turn and it was up on the upper side. But again, at the closure, it was just exactly at the flat point. Okay, so this is one learning which we need to learn, especially on the expiry days. So majority of the times this thing will happen, wherein markets might not turn out on one side, so it will be kind of flat even though it travels both the sides. Okay, so let's look into the bank nifty now. So you can see here bank nifty closed on the upper side, which is around 7980 points at 0.37, and you can see the same case here as of nifty. It closed yesterday at 21,426, and the today's opening was 21,218, which is like a 200 odd points, which is kind of 1 percentage. It opened lower. So from there, it made immediately in the first few minutes, it made a low of 20,926, meaning it breached to 21,000 also, but it didn't sustain that. I mean, it didn't go below sustain 21,000 mark on the lower side. So immediately it came on the upper side, and you can see here it made a high of 21,703, but ultimately this all the same thing happened as like a nifty here. So it closed up just a 79 points, which is considered almost kind of a flat closing at 0.37. Okay, so with that, let's look into the gainers and losers of the day. As you can see here, Able Housing, which was running quite a few in the few days, last a few days, after taking a small hold, it almost closed at around 9 percentage, again on the higher side today. And Ujjivan is stock, this closed at 5 percentage on the upper side. And next, Adani Enterprises closed at around 4.4 percentage, and Escos, so which is running good since last few days. Again, it made a good high today. It closed at a 4.3 percentage. And Sun TV, a new entry to the list here, it closed at 4.22 percentage. Coming to the losers, Oil India, yesterday also we like discussed about this because it was continuously on the downside, and it made a big cut today, which is almost kind of 10%. Then comes a Canara Bank, which closed more than 4 percentage at 104.8, and Asian Paints, which was gainer yesterday, even in the falling market, today lost around 3.33%, and Hindalco lost again 3 percentage, and HPCL also closed around 3 percentage on the negative side. Okay, so with that, let's jump into this Yes Bank. We'll be doing the analysis of this particular stock, and we'll be looking how exactly the stock might behave in the coming days. We'll be talking about. As you can see here, we are in the Yes Bank daily chart, and we are at this latest candle, which is 25th June. So this is today's candle. So what we'll do is quickly we'll be just going back, and as you can see here, I have applied a 35 EMA for this particular stock. And again, for the new people here, just wanted to mention that there is no particular indicator which works on all the stocks, but we have to find out something which some indicator which works good on particular stock. Okay, so with respect to that, 35 EMA works good with Yes Bank. So now you can see here, I think we are here in the December time frame. So as you can see here from the December, before December, it was on the upper side of this 35 EMA, and as it closed below 35 EMA, it was continuously taking resistance on the higher side. As you can see here, it was not able to cross that 35 EMA mark on the higher side. Okay, so what happened after that is you can see here, so there was a big news in between this time frame, so we'll be definitely excluding that, because you might be knowing that how volatile this stock was in those particular days, wherein it crashed to that below 10 rupees, which is around 5 rupees. From there, there were like different news happened along this. So definitely we are not going to include that, because stock market is nothing it is not about the indicators all the time. We have to be like a kind of sensitive, or we have to be using our common sense sometimes, because these kind of cases doesn't follow whatever the indicators, because that is news based, and it is totally out of our reach. So we will be just excluding this area. Okay, and after that you can see here in mid-April. So again, one more time, it tried to touch that, but it was a failure, and you can see continuously it is trying to cross that, but it was a failure. But you can see here, many of you might ask, it tried crossing here, and even though it closed on the grain, you can see here there was a kind of resistance around this area, which was exactly the high for this candle. From there, it was not able to sustain, it was not able to go on the higher side. So whenever I talk about market or the indicators, it is not that nothing works 100%. We have to use our common sense many of the times. So basically looking at these couple of things, one is the resistance area around this point, and the second one is it has not gone much above the 35 EMA line. So that those both were the indication that the stock is kind of it is not fully ready to go on the upside. So again, from there you can see here, from there it is continuously coming down, and looks like it is around this particular support zone, which is around 26 27 levels now. And as per me, so you should hold this particular support, but failing that, immediately the next target will be around this area, 22 area, whatever you are seeing this particular candle. So this should act as a support after this. So as per me, as of now, I'm not seeing any upside on this stock, because it has already tried here and failed. So it will be on the negative side for me, and my next target for this stock will be 22 23. And in case if it tries to break this 35 EMA and goes upside, so my immediate resistance will be around 31 32. So I'll be removing this around this particular area, 31 32. But again, I'm mentioning my personal view, I'm not seeing this stock on the upside now, so it will be on the downside for a target of 22 23 in a few days or few weeks from here now. And one more important thing wanted to mention here is that whatever the view I expressed till now, it is my personal view, and it is just for your educational purpose, so that whatever the strategy you follow or the indicators you follow, just to give you some boost to that, adding this particular indicator or whatever the knowledge from this video. So it is not like so you have to go ahead and sell the stock or buy the stock depending on the recommendations here. So this is just a knowledge transfer session, wherein I just wanted to let you know what exactly I'm seeing from the charts or from the market, how it should be read. And you can add these indicators, or you can just add this particular view to your study, and you can take a call depending on that. Okay. So with that, let's see you in the next video. Until then, take care. Bye bye.